Hi everyone, it's Renee here again. Hope you're all having a very blessed day, and I'm so excited to join you as we continue our journey through the Bible and as we are in Psalms in the next few weeks. We today are going to be in Psalm 18, Praise for Deliverance. This one, God has been working on my heart about calling out to Him, talking to Him first. He will hear us and answer our prayers. Sometimes it's not the answer that we want, but He does hear us no matter what. So I'm doing a page with, I'm going to be doing a page with a phone image and kind of about calling out to God, and some flowers. And this image I got from, I think it was Open Journey. It was one of their printables, and then these were just flowers that I printed off, probably Googled and printed off the internet somewhere. But if you have any image of a phone or cell phone or somebody calling out to God or whatever, I mean, you don't even have to have an image, but this is what I'll be using today. So and just put that to the side because we don't need that yet. So the first thing I did on my page, just to get right into it, because this might take a little while, I gessoed my page. And for those of you, or I prepped my page, for those of you who don't know what that is, gesso is a clear, transparent medium, I guess, that you put on your page. And all I do is I squeeze a little bit of this out, and I can get this, you can get this at Michael's or Amazon or any kind of craft store. Get the clear, transparent gesso. Because I did make a mistake when I first started doing this. I got white gesso, put it on my page, and it covered up all the words. I was like, no. But I'll show you that in my flip through. You've already probably seen it in my flip through for Psalms. But it worked out. But anyway, so here's the clear, transparent gesso. So all you do is squirt a little bit on your page, and then either with a brush, you can either with a brush, brush over your page. I just take a piece of paper towel and just smear it around the page. It goes a lot faster for me. It's easy. And then you just let it dry. You can either let it dry overnight or use a heating tool, hairbrush or hair dryer, whatever you have, and heat it dry. The only reason why I did that is because I didn't want it to soak through to this page that I already have done previously. But, sometimes it goes through, sometimes it doesn't. But, I just did this because I'm going to be using paint today, or inks. And a lot of times inks do kind of soak through. So I do have these distress inks. I have Faded Jeans, Peeled Paint, Rusty Hinge. And then I have this Distress Oxide, which is kind of like the ink. The inks will blend into each other. The oxides will go on top of each other without blending into each other, if that makes sense. And this is Wild Honey. So these will be the colors I'll be using. That doesn't mean you have to use those colors. I just picked these colors because this whole psalm is really about, it says here, David, they're thinking David wrote this psalm. And this is when he wrote it on the day that the Lord rescued him from the grasp of all his enemies and from the power of Saul. And this is when he was like crying out to God, like, why aren't you hearing me? Like it says the ropes of death were wrapped around me and I'm calling out to you. Please hear me, kind of thing. And then it goes on. So he's crying out his anguish and angst about everything, about what's going on to him, about him. And then he shows that, the Lord reached down from on high and he took a hold of me. He pulled me out of the deep waters. He rescued me. And then it goes on into a praise. So it goes from like crying out to praising God. So that's why I kind of picked this psalm, because especially since we've all been in this, whole COVID and the world's been going on like it has been going on for this year, 2020, I have found myself a lot of times calling out to God and saying, why aren't you hearing me? Like, are you going to keep letting this go on, kind of thing? But I know he does hear us, and I know, his heart is with all of us. So this psalm just kind of called to me. So let's get right into what we'll be doing today. I am going to be using the smooshing technique. I don't know if you've heard of that before. It is the non-technical term, I am sure, but I call it the smooshing technique. And what that is you just put, this is a little matte piece that you can put on your work table. If you have some wax paper or just some kind of waterproof type paper, that'll probably work as well. So you just smoosh your ink down here, take some water, spray the water, and then you're gonna take just a piece of like a plastic bag. This is a little Ziploc bag, or if you have any kind of plastic, you could take a plastic bag. You could take plastic saran wrap, whatever you have. You can even take wax paper, and you are going to just dip your bag into the ink. And as you can see, you're gonna get little splotches on your paper like this. And then you bring it to your Bible and just smoosh it down. And you're gonna get different shapes and textures and blobs and spots all on your paper. You can just keep going back and forth. It's good. You can smear it if you want. If you want a direction, you can smear it. I just want little splotches and splatters in places. Let's see here. Now let's just put a few up here, little dots and splatters. Okay, that should be good. And then you just take your paper towel and just wipe it all off, because we're gonna go to the next color. But in the meantime, I don't want these colors to, since I am using distress ink, if it's wet, the colors will blend into each other and kind of get muddy. So the first thing I'm going to do is dry this layer. So let me put this over here. My heating tool right here. This is about as far as it stretches. So I'm gonna have to dry it over here. It's gonna get a little loud. If you don't like the sound, just fast forward real quick. I'm gonna quickly dry this. And some of these splotches are a little, you can just kind of go in and daub them up a little bit if you don't want them. I like that dark right there though. And these heat tools do get pretty hot, so you have to be careful. You have to keep it moving. Otherwise your page will buckle, or if you have, like I had a sticker on this side, started really heating up that sticker. So you just gotta be careful and just keep it moving. Okay, it's pretty dry. There's some wet spots, but it'll be good. Okay, so then you just go into your next color. And let's see, the next color I'm gonna do is the peeled paint, so the greenish color. And I just want a little bit, so I just put a little bit on. Spray it with water. Get my little plastic bag. Ooh, that's cool. And it's always going to turn out different because, you know, it's all splatter. Oh, and just so y'all know, I do have this laminated piece of paper on the back side of this sheet to protect my other pages. So I always keep like a laminated paper or another sheet of paper on, you know, the back side. So it just kind of protects, make sure I don't get paint on every page, which I could end up doing because I get messy. And just kind of go around and splatter and have fun with it. Make different. Let's put some up there. Let's put a little bit over there. Okay. So just step by step. I like to do a lot of layers as well. I layer things up quite often. Just gives it a really cool look. Let me just quickly dry this. This is almost dry because there wasn't a lot. And then let's do our last color. Well, the last distress ink color. And this one is Rusty Hinge. Now this one, actually I put a little too much on here. I only want a little bit of this color because this color, see, it gets very, very dark. So I just wanted a little bit of that color. I don't want to overwhelm my page too much. But these colors kind of reminded me of, I don't know, like a distress call. I don't know why. Just these colors just were like kind of, you know, these muted, you know, just help me kind of colors. I don't know. They're not like, you know, all bright and cheery, I guess. They're more, you know, more of the colors that just are a little bit, ooh, I like that. See, so you can go back in and just kind of smear it around and do that, and then go in with your towel, your paper towel, if you want to dab up little like spots, and you know, if it gets too clumpy in an area or what have you. Let's just do a little bit more. Let's smear that a little. Yeah, so when you smear, you put your plastic on and smear, you get that smear kind of look. So you can direct the way you want your ink to go. If you just dab it, you'll just get little spots and stuff, but you can also smear it. Okay, let's just try this one. That's our third layer. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm so excited that you all are joining me on this, and I've just been so honored, and it's been fun to craft with y'all. I've been crafting along this whole journey, and it's been so fun, and I love going through the Bible again. I've gone through it a few times all the way through, and this is just another great excuse to, you know, make myself go through it again. So I love it. Okay, so this is the Distress Oxide Wild Honey that I'm using. Now this will kind of go over the inks and won't blend with them. Usually Distress Oxides will go over your distressed inks, if that makes sense. It won't blend in with them. You can layer them on top and it'll keep their color, I guess, would be a better way to say that, I guess. These are Tim Holtz inks, and Tim Holtz has a whole, if you're ever interested, you can go to his website, I think it is, or his Facebook page, and he does YouTube videos and question and answers on all his equipment and his all his different products, and he'll go through and show you how to use them and all that, and the best way to use them. So that's a good idea if you ever want to learn how to use some of his stuff. Okay, now this one we have to dry fully. That was my last layer. And so I gotta make sure this is all dry. I'm gonna dab that up a little so it dries faster. And then I'll show you a close-up of what it looks like. It's almost there. I get kind of quiet when that's on because it's hard for you to probably hear me over that. But here is a close-up. So you can see when you do it in layers, you'll get these different kind of water spots and such on top of each other. So you get this like layered look, which I really love. So, and you can get little splotches, big splotches, however you want to press it down on your paper. And it, like I said, it always turns out differently. So it's always, to me, it's like a treasure hunt. Like, you know, I love when things turn out and you can't you don't know how to expect how they're going to turn out. I love when it's like a surprise at the end, and that's kind of what this is. Okay, so that's our background layer. I'm done with the squishing technique with ink. And let me move all this to make sure I don't get ink on stuff. Okay, so now you're going to get your images. Get those ready. And now, so y'all, I cut these out. I fussy cut these out off camera because you didn't want to spend, you don't want to spend 15 minutes watching me cut these things out. But if you have an issue with fussy cutting, all you got to do, I have these, they're called cutter bees. You don't have to have cutter bees, but they're a tiny little, really sharp scissors. You take your image. I'm sure you've heard this technique before or heard this tip before, but let's say your page, let's say you have a page, this is a scrap page, and your image is here and you want to cut it out. So you are going to be moving the hand that's holding the paper and not this hand. This hand is just cutting and it pretty much stays still. And this is the hand that moves. This, I'm telling y'all, it's a simple tip and it's one that's been around forever. But see, this is the hand that's moving and making you cut out all the little pieces like this. And this hand just stays kind of still and you just cut with this, with the scissors. That way this hand's not moving and you don't have to get in all these like little crevices. It's this hand that moves. It makes it, y'all, it's like it's a game changer. It makes it so much easier to fussy cut images out. And that's all I did with this. So I was just moving my paper as I cut this out. So that's just my little tip of the day. Maybe it'll help somebody if you ever need to cut out images. Okay, so I have these stamps. Y'all are gonna laugh. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, I had these stamps and they've been sitting in my drawer forever. Apparently I haven't used them in a very, very long time. And y'all, to get the stamps off, somehow they got really hot or something and they are stuck. They are so stuck to this that it took me really long time just to get the letters off. So I'm not going to have you watch me do that. This one even broke. The R broke when I was taking it out. But I like the way it looks. So let me grab a scrap paper. I just like the way it turned out. So this is VersaFine Archival Black. You can use any kind of black ink. And this says pray. These stamps say pray. And I'll show you what it looks like when you stamp them. So see, they're kind of rough. The R is cut off, but I like this look because I want it to be rough. Like I want it to be like, help me, So that's how I'm going to be stamping these pages. And so I'm going to take off most of the ink here. I don't want it dark either. I want like a light, kind of light in the book. So let's see. So as you can see, like there's darker ink in some spots, lighter ink in other spots, and I am just going to be inking up this word pray like across the bottom. Oop, didn't get the A. Let's get you in there. Throughout. So I have some stamps, some words saying pray across, and they're kind of faded, but that's okay because we're gonna have other things. So let's see if I can little bit fix it up a little. We'll just get this A so that you can at least read the word here. Come on, a little bit more ink. There we go. Okay. I'll just move these. So I've got pray throughout there. Okay, now I'm gonna take my image. And what I was gonna do, I cut a little slit in here so I could slide this in a little bit so this can overlap the phone. I want it kind of hanging over the phone like this. Now let me grab my glue stick. Oh, this one's almost out. Let me grab another glue stick. Okay, here we go. You can glue on with anything. If you are gluing like heavy duty stuff, 3-in-1 beacon glue is a great glue. I do junk journaling and other things, and I'm gluing, you know, fabric and ribbon and such. So if you're gluing some heavier duty things, you might want the 3-in-1 glue or a Fabri-Tac glue or some of that kind of glue. Otherwise, I just usually use a glue stick. That seems to work fine. So let's see. See, it wasn't dry. Oh, actually, that's perfect. See, it wasn't totally dry, and I got some ink on here, but I was going to do some splatters at the end, so this saves me time. Don't have to do it. So let's see. Where do we want this? I guess right here. And actually, before I glue this whole thing down, I had this. This was from the same Open Journey kit. And I think it's from Open Journey. See, it's a sticker. I printed it on sticker paper. It's from Open Journey. I'm not sure if it's called Open Journey. This particular set might be called like Call on Him or Call Me or something like that. I'm going to stick this sticker down first. I should have done that first. Sorry, y'all. Here, we'll just take that off. We'll do that in a minute. So I have this sticker sheet. Again, this says Pray. And then I have another one that says Pray and Listen. Again, just printed these out on sticker paper. You can get the sticker paper in, people have asked me where I've gotten it. It's on Amazon. It's the large. You want to get 8x11 full page sticker labels, I guess they're called, translucent or clear, the clear. Because you can get sticker paper that's white. But you got to make sure if you want it clear like this, you got to look for the clear. Let's see, where should we put this? I was thinking maybe up here. And so that way the words, you can still see the words through the sticker. Let's see, I've got this one. I'm going to put these on first. Okay, so now I'm going to glue. Now I'm going to glue this on. Still got glue on there. My glasses are falling off, y'all. Okay. I want to make sure I can still see my words here. Okay. And then if there's like a little piece still up, just glue it down. And then I got this little hand piece. Yeah, let's go down here. It's like I'm calling on God. And then I had this other sticker. It says Listen. I'm going to use that as well. Pray and listen, yeah, like right here. And then I have this one that says Prayer of the Heart. Gotta stick that down. If I can get it. I always have problems with stickers. I need some better nails, y'all. Need some better nails, but since I'm crafting all the time, that's why I don't have great nails. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, so I have some washi tape, so it's not finished. It's, you know, we got to add some more. And so I have, let's see, these 2 washi tapes. And I also want to put some lines for journaling. So let me think. I'm going to do that. I'll do my washi tape first. Okay. So I have this washi tape that says Trust in God. And this whole thing is about when we call out to God, you know, we need to trust. We need to trust that He's hearing us. We need to trust that He's going to answer us. We need to trust that He's going to give us the answer that's best for us, whether we like it or not. So let me find the end to this. Sometimes that's difficult. So I like putting washi tape on my pages as well, at the top and bottom, sometimes the sides. I mean, I just kind of switch it off, you know, wherever the inspiration is striking me. So I'm going to do this. So this is a good reminder for me to just trust in God. I'm going to end it right here. You can just tear your washi tape, cut it, whatever you want. And then I have these hearts. I want to add some more black to this. So I have these hearts. And I'm thinking I'm going to tear this. And then I'm going to tear this down the middle if I can. Or as close to it. I like the rustic look. I like torn looks. I like just different layers like that. I think this one can go here. I'll just tear that little piece off, and then this one can maybe go at the top. We're going to put a little tab up here at the top too. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay. And then let's see, let me grab my ruler. And sometimes I like to put little lines in here with, let me find, I have just a little, what is this? A zig, black pen. And I'm just gonna put some lines. Some people like to just draw their lines, without a ruler, just draw them in. I like just, if I'm gonna do this, I like to just kind of use a ruler and just make uneven lines across the side here. And then this is where I can write like a little prayer to God, or what this psalm means to me, or what it's saying to me. Let's see, we can go right here a little bit more. So here are my lines to write something when I'm all done with the page. Okay, put that away. And then let's see, what else? Okay, I was gonna do some splatters over the top, just a few. And I wanna add a little bit more of the blue because it looks like the blue kind of got hidden a little. So I'm gonna do that splatter technique again, or the splashing technique, the squishing technique, whatever you wanna call it. So I'm gonna grab my plastic and just get a few little dots, and I'm just gonna kind of go in and just, a little splotch here or there. So I have a few, or you can even, if you have paint, you can take a brush. If you've all seen that, go brush into paint and then go like this, and you can splatter splatters over top. I've done that a lot too, but since I've got this out and I've been doing this way, I'm just gonna continue with that a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna just add a little bit more of the rusty hinge, just a little bit. You just need to squirt it just a little bit. And there we go. That's all I want, just something to kind of tie it all together. Okay. And then I'm gonna do, to finish this page, I'm gonna add a little tab at the top. So I do have this little tab punch. I don't know who it's made by. Oh, Fiskars right there, Fiskars. But I don't want the tab to go, you've seen the tabs that go over the page and to the other side, because I have this image on that side. So I want to keep it on this side. So all I'm going to do is I have, let's see, this blue page that kind of ties in with the blue. So I'm going to just go in and punch this out. Normally, if I want it to go over, I would fold this. Let's see if I'm putting it in the right way. So I could fold it like this and make a tab like this so it's folded, make a tab up, or I can, if I put the fold the other way, it could go, this way. on your Bible or this way, but it would go over the page onto both sides. I don't want that this time, so I'm keeping this flat like this. And so this is going to, let me move this. This is going to glue up here like this. So, I mean, you'll see it from the other side, but it's not going over onto that page. And the lower I put it, I'm gonna put it like right there, I think. So let's glue this. I'm just going it halfway because the other half will be sticking up. And then I had this last sticker that said pray. I'm gonna add that to my tab. If I can get the sticker off. Oh, y'all, see? I told you, I always have problems with these stickers. That's okay. We'll get it eventually. There we go. We'll get it eventually. Okay, and I want this. There we go. So pray. And then I think I need maybe another trusting God up at the top. Oop. Don't need that part. Maybe, we'll see. Is that too much? Yeah, that's gonna cover up the pray. Maybe we'll just leave it. Maybe we'll leave it. See, sometimes I have to check it out, see what it looks like. Well, there we go. So there's our page for today for Psalm 18. Y'all can see, here's the tab up top. Our prayer of the heart, and then here you can write whatever prayer you have or whatever you want to say to God or whatever this psalm meant to you. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope you had fun learning and doing the smooshing technique. I would love to see what y'all do. I'm sure I will. I'll see it when you post it in the group. So I'll be excited to see what you come up with. So I hope you all have a very blessed day. Thank you all so much for letting me join you in your creative time. And I will see y'all next time. Have a very blessed week. See you later. Bye-bye.